Yeah, this is the education director, CDO education, who is the child development in charge of education, who will be guiding us towards the location of the land. So now we can move on.
So this is the road that takes us to the land which we want to buy.
And speak aloud. Speak aloud.
From where we want to locate our school. So the road, we would have bought it independently, not attached to the land. But the fact that it is also the owner of the road is the owner of the land, he said that we should use it when we have bought the land without paying for it. So we are including it in the land that we want to buy.
So he included it in the
bill of the land.
Okay, okay, that's good.
The money we want to pay for the land is the same money that we also capture the road that leads us to the land that we want to buy.
Okay, thank you very much.
So, and as the project director, as the director of education, I see it very important that we should have a permanent place from where to put our organization.
Yeah,
because
we shall talk those issues when we reach there at the land.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the road is okay, but it is not rehabilitated.
Oh,
so which means when
I hope we shall rehabilitate it when we buy that land.
So that's what we promise, that when we buy the land, that's when we rehabilitate the road from where the children shall pass and the members of the organization when we're going to tour and monitor the activities which are done by the organization.
Yeah, yeah. The one in front is the Kigezi Edward and the owner of the land, and the guardian to Marvin, whom Queen sponsored. And the following is Mr. Dilian, the coordinator of our project, and the vice is also following him as they are guiding us toward the location of the land. You can see the trees. The trees are located nearby our land. Then if I reach there, I will take the whole picture of the land so that we can be guided more. Yeah. Where do you want us to pass the road? Okay. Yeah. I hope after buying, we shall agree where the road will pass.
Within the tree plantation?
Yeah, either within the tree plantation or beside the tree plantation. Yeah, we can move on. Yeah, these are some of the community members that are guiding us toward the land we are proposing to buy. But the whole of this area is his, and he said if we buy that land of his, we shall have opportunity to buy this one also. And actually this land is the best land in the area. Our area being in a steep mountain, we have the only flat land, which is this area. So now we are guided and we are almost reaching on the land we are proposing to buy. You can see some of the members have already stepped in the land. And we are going to have a view, the general view of the land. You can move and stand on the other corner. Yeah, one of you can stand on the other corner, then the other one can stand on the other corner, then the other one can stand the other side, then another one stands there at the end. Yeah. So that one moving up is Christopher, our accountant, and he's going to stand on one corner of the land. Then others, you can see they are all going to stand on different corners of the land so that you can know the general view, the general picture of the land. Child Development Officer in charge of education, I want you to come closer and tell us the importance or how you can advise us the importance after buying this land. How will it help us? Will it help the community really? Is the community willing to accept the school in this location? Come closer. The one you see in black is Kigezi Edward. Kigezi Edward is the owner of the land and he's the guardian to Marvin. I hope Mama Queenia, you know him, you know Marvin, you sponsored. This is the guardian, and the purpose why he's selling the land, he wants to support other children since he is unable to support other children without any other source of income, and he is looking at the money we shall pay him to use it in educating other his children, including Marvin. Yeah, as the Child Development Officer in charge of education, can you advise us how this land will help us after buying it?
Precisely, I would advise you that you should buy this land because when the land is bought, it will encourage members of the community to get very actively involved in the organization and actively participate in it through organization and sending their children to school. As you know that it is an orphanage organization, we have very many children who are still left at home without their guardians. So they are still waiting for us. That when we buy the land, that's when they recognize us as the people who are caring for orphans. So it would be very important to buy the land for the organization, and the community is very happy because they will be geared through the land that is permanent, and they know that the permanent place is a permanent for the organization. They will know that the organization is there forever.
Is this land enough for us to have structures and the pitch of the children where to play from, or we need to buy another land in the future?
The land is very big. It will accommodate quite a number of children who will study from here. It will also it is also bigger from where we shall construct the infrastructure, both the classrooms, the dormitories, and the kitchen, even the other buildings that we see that will be necessary to the organization. So it is bigger enough. Only that if we want to expand the organization and we reach to quite a number of children, which is bigger than we have, then that is when we shall also expand the land, and we have the place for expansion.
Yeah. Are we having any other opportunity after buying this land? Are we having any other opportunity for expansion in the future?
Yes, the expansion is there because people are waiting for us first to buy this portion we are directed to. Then they will add on us, then we expand. They will start adding to us and expand the land.
That's good. Yeah, that is the Director, Child Development Officer in charge of education, and he is advising us that if we buy this land, it will help us to have enough rooms, to have a room for expansion in the future, since our neighbors since the neighbors of this land are willing to sell us land if we are able to buy. Now, about the legal requirements, we know this land is not measured, but we were scared maybe if we buy it in future, it can land wrangles can come up. Do you expect some wrangles to rise in future?
So in the community in Africa, like the Uganda inclusive, we don't get very much involved in land wrangles because we buy the land with the automatic owner of the land. So if the owner of the land signed that he has sold his land off to us, then there will be no land wrangles. Except that if we are buying the land, that is not we are buying the land with not the which has no the owner, or we are buying the land that is owned by somebody and we are buying it from somebody. That's when land wrangles can come up. But here we are buying the land that is automatically owned by the person who is selling it to us.
That's good. Yeah, that is the child development officer in charge of education, and he is advising us that if we buy a land with Kigezi Edward, there will be no any other wrangles expected in future. However much we were worried that the land is not measured and it has no land title, but he has certified, even the landowner certified that the land is his. If you take the general view of the land, you can see where those people are standing. It is where the demarcation of the land is, and up you can see somebody standing beside the tree, and when you take the general view, you can see exactly how the land is. Then up there in the corner you can see our accountant is standing there. Then the other side you can see there is another person standing, and the land where you are seeing the trees, it is owned by Kigezi Edward also, and he agreed that in future if we are able to buy it, then he will be able to sell it to us. And the neighbors around, they are also able to sell the land to us in future if we are able. And this is the only land in Katosho area, Rutenga sub-county, Kanungu district, Kigezi region, that is actually flat and fit for the school. Therefore, as the project director Kigezi Home of Orphanages, I do recommend that this is a very land that is fit for the school. Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope to hear your response. Thank you very much.